Archangel Michael says, Jesus stopped everything just to speak your name. He is begging for your eyes to see this now. A deadly trap is set for September 17th. Someone has quietly set a dangerous plan aimed at you. It looks like a gift but hides a trap. God says, in the hush of heaven your name boomed like thunder. Jesus paused everything in the middle of holy movements just to whisper your name. They wept when the truth about what was planned for September 17th came into the light. A meeting behind closed doors has your name written on papers drenched with betrayal. One person there knows you from the past and will stab deeper than anyone has before. Type Amen to get blessing 737. People smiled, liked your photos, called you family, all to learn your rhythm, your quiet points, your pauses. God says, those warm gestures were a countdown, every praise a small step in someone's plan. A letter is being prepared with a signature they'll pretend is yours. A legal trap is being set for September 17th. If you walk into that day unaware, you could step into a snare that costs years of work and reputation. Type Amen to get blessing 948. Someone you once helped has been turned, bribed, forced or tricked, and now they've become the weak link the enemy wants to use. God says, your location is being followed not by satellites but through visits, whispers and people you spoke to recently. Small choices you made pushed forces that profited from your delay. Now they hurry to stop your rise before you sign that paper or take that next step. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There's a woman acting like a protector while she breathes envy. She spreads a story about your mind, twisting truth into a claim that you're unstable. God says, a false document is being prepared to question your judgment, to challenge your character in a court or at work on September 17th. Do not dismiss the inner alarms. If you suddenly feel dizzy, anxious, or sick for no reason, treat it like a warning, not paranoia. Someone close will get a message about you, an email or a forwarded note that paints you in the wrong light and tells them to avoid you. God says, they'll be guided to fear you and stay away. It's part of the setup. Watch what you say. Careless words between now and September 17th can be clipped, recorded and used as proof against you. People are collecting small bits to craft a false story. A man with influence is being used without realizing it. His power is being turned into a weapon against you. God says, they want you labeled difficult, emotional or unstable. They're preparing witnesses and fake records. There's also an odd energy in your home, sudden breaks, glitches, abrupt cold or heat. Someone has carried out a dark act against your space using an item you once owned, a photo, a lock of hair, a discarded object, trying to bind you spiritually. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Don't engage every question or accusation. God says, your silence is stronger than a rushed answer. Some people who pretend to listen are collecting what you say. Some embraces are just measurements to see how much space your joy takes. A figure from your past may be forced back into your life, not from love but because someone wants those old wounds reopened. You don't need to relive what you already healed. There's a code moving through harmless chats, jokes, simple messages, lines in conversations that hide meaning. God says, your name has come up in rooms meant to terrify you. They're baiting you to react so that your reaction can be used as evidence. Hold your calm. Your quiet is your shield, your peace is your weapon. Don't explain yourself to every ear that seems friendly. Type Amen to get blessing 822. You are being watched in small ways, notes, calls, visits arranged to make you appear at a moment they can use. God says, one chosen day, the 6th, is when they plan to put into motion what has been written. On that day an innocent-looking call, a message or an invitation may arrive. It will seem safe, but it carries hidden aims. Your response that day could decide whether you lose years of progress or break free. Someone has prepared a script to make you look unreliable, statements, witnesses, edited messages. God says, they're fabricating proof of your instability and building a case that will hurt your job, your finances, and your name. If you see strange paperwork, calls or offers that push you to sign or agree quickly, stop. Do not sign anything without trusted counsel. Type Amen to get blessing 388. There are people feeding each other lies wrapped in drama and fake tears. God says, their goal is to poison relationships around you so others will withdraw. Watch for emails or texts that instruct people to avoid you, these are part of their strategy. Whoever brings you bad news disguised as care may be the same hand sowing confusion. Heaven will not take away your free will but is forcing alertness into your world. God says, you are too close to a breakthrough and that scares those who benefit from your delay. Demonic forces are scrambling because they cannot predict your next move. One action from you could flip everything, but they hope September 17th will stop you. Stay steady, if you make it through, the shift will be massive. Type Amen to get blessing 472. If you feel an urge to answer, pause. If someone pushes you to revisit the past, refuse. Those old stories were buried for a reason. God says, some reunions are staged to reopen wounds and trap you emotionally. Keep your boundaries firm. Keep trusted people near and those who show odd interest at a distance. Practical steps: check who has access to your accounts, change passwords, tell only a few trusted people about any meetings, and never sign documents without a lawyer or trusted advisor. God says, watch for sudden offers that seem too kind or apologies that come with conditions. Those are the hooks. Type Amen to get blessing 621. Be cautious with physical items you've discarded. Things you threw away could be used against you spiritually. God says, they are trying to fasten chains to your future with pieces of your past. Protect your home, pray, and keep objects that carry your memory safe in places only you and trusted people can reach. This message is urgent. God says, the day being prepared is real and close. Treat the signs in your body and dreams as alarms, not fear. Prepare quietly, gather proof of your honest dealings, limit your exposure and keep calm. Your silence and careful steps will dismantle their plan. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You are not alone in this, divine attention has been drawn to your name. God says, the heavens are watching and will move in their time, but you must protect your freedom by being wise. Do not be baited into a moment that can be twisted. Hold your peace, secure your documents, and let trusted counsel guide you. Stand firm, your growth threatens them, and that is why they strike. If you survive this plot, the doors they try to lock will open wider than before. Keep your faith, check your steps, and do not walk blindly into a meeting or sign anything without reading every line. Be alert, be quiet when needed, and let truth find its time to show. Type Amen to get blessing 111. But they don't see the divine authority placed over your silence. Every step you take, every pause in your voice, every calm decision is shielding you from what they've prepared. God says, the enemy thought your patience was weakness, but it's actually a fortress. The threads they spun for destruction are unraveling because the angels are intervening unseen. Every secret meeting, every hidden conversation they plotted is now exposed to heavenly light. Someone close has been used as a distraction. They speak of loyalty but are orchestrating chaos behind the veil. God says, their smile hides the blueprint of a trap meant to ensnare your heart, your decisions, and your reputation. Pay attention to the small hints, a word out of place, a gesture too timed, a laugh that feels rehearsed. Your awareness is the key to stepping out of their snare before it closes. Type Amen to get blessing 2023. The dark energy they tried to send toward your space has been blocked by a single act of faith you performed recently. God says, even a whispered prayer, a released grudge or a simple alignment of your spirit has created barriers that cannot be crossed. They believed your attention was divided, that your discernment dulled by fatigue, but your spirit is alert, awake and vigilant. Every step they planned has been noticed by the unseen forces protecting you. A trap is set to test your confidence and discernment. God says, someone may approach with a document, a contract, or even a casual request pretending innocence. They aim to catch your response, to twist your reaction, and to use it as evidence against you. September 17th is the day when their plan will attempt execution, but you are walking with heavenly instructions. Your calmness will dismantle their schemes before they can manifest. Type Amen to get blessing 1745. The person who seems harmless, the one whose gestures appear kind, is studying you. God says, every pause, every blink, every quiet moment of yours is being recorded, twisted and plotted against you. But heaven has already intervened. Your spirit acts as a shield, your intuition as a guide. They underestimated the protection around your name, your actions, and your essence. The threads of deceit will snap back on those who wove them. An old ally, someone you once trusted, may seem to falter now. God says, their weakness has been exploited, but your role is not to react emotionally. Watch quietly, record details and note inconsistencies. This is not paranoia, this is divine strategy. Even the whispers in your environment are being monitored, but they are failing because heaven has tipped the scales in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 2598. Your breakthrough is immense and the enemy is desperate. God says, they cannot stop what has been destined for you. Every attempt to delay your rise has been undone. September 17th was chosen as a moment of apparent power over you, but the truth is that moment will backfire for them. Every document, call or message meant to trap you will instead reveal their intentions. Your discernment is now sharper than ever. The shadows try to move through relationships and communication. God says, someone close may carry messages or act as a messenger without knowing they are part of the plan. Even their presence is being used to mislead, but the angels are orchestrating the reveal. Watch carefully and let the evidence show itself. The small slips, the accidental admissions, are the keys to understanding the full blueprint they plotted for destruction. Type Amen to get blessing 3301. A dark spirit attempted to enter your energy field through someone you care about. God says, their methods included manipulation, confusion and hidden pressure. But your boundaries, your faith and your recent spiritual acts have blocked them. Every contract, every interaction designed to drain you was intercepted by divine timing. The enemy's plan is fragile, your peace is your fortress. Every act of calm today prepares the path for a safe breakthrough tomorrow. You may see people acting strangely, reaching out when it seems unnecessary. God says, these are attempts to lure you into reaction. They hope for panic, for anxiety, for anger, but your spirit is aligned with wisdom. Maintain silence when possible, observe everything and document any suspicious actions. The faintest hint, the slightest misstep from them becomes proof of their plot. Type Amen to get blessing 4112. The spiritual battle is layered, emotional, mental, legal and reputational. God says, each layer they try to use is being dismantled by heavenly strategy. Your calmness, your quietness, your refusal to react impulsively are turning what seemed like traps into evidence of their intentions. September 17th is not a day to fear but a day to be alert. Watch, record and walk in faith. Someone may try to approach you with charm, familiarity, or promises. God says, their goal is to get a reaction that can be twisted. Stay measured, speak slowly, act deliberately and trust your intuition. Every misstep from them will be exposed, every hidden agenda will surface. Heaven is now rewriting their schedule to work in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 4857. The enemy hoped your silence was ignorance, that your patience was surrender. God says, your calm has been a shield, your discernment a sword and your prayers have created unbreakable barriers. They believed they could manipulate the moment, but heaven is orchestrating every detail. Small slips in their plan, small oversights are their undoing. Do not allow emotions to dictate your response. God says, your heart must remain steady, your mind focused and your steps deliberate. Every call, every email, every unexpected visit should be met with caution. Let divine guidance lead your reactions. Their timing is flawed, their strategy fragile and your protection complete. Type Amen to get blessing 5230. The breakthrough coming is beyond ordinary understanding. God says, their fear is proof that you are on the correct path. What they plotted to stop you will instead elevate you. Every false document, every trap, every hidden agenda will serve as evidence of their own designs, not yours. The angels have surrounded your name with fire, shielding your path and revealing deception before it manifests. The enemy's rush is their weakness. God says, they are forced to act prematurely, leaving openings that heaven is now guiding you to notice. One word, one gesture, one document out of place is the thread that reveals the full plot. Document everything, record the slips, screenshot, note and archive details. Your awareness is now their undoing. Type Amen to get blessing 5914. Trying to observe, to measure, to manipulate. God says, their timing is calculated to catch you unaware, but heaven has already shifted the moment in your favor. Every step you take will be guided, every glance you make will uncover deception and every pause in your reaction will expose hidden agendas. The enemy counted on your routine, but your alignment is breaking their script. Watch the subtle signals, a pause in conversation, a glance too long, a message delayed. God says, these are breadcrumbs meant for your eyes alone. Someone will attempt to bait you into reacting, hoping to disrupt your peace. But every emotion they try to stir is a chance for you to rise above. Your stillness is now a shield. Type Amen to get blessing 6543. The papers, the emails, the hidden arrangements are designed to confuse. God says, you are seeing the truth even if it feels overwhelming. Every detail they hope to keep secret is now visible to your discernment. Your awareness is divinely enhanced, and the enemy will fail because they did not account for this heavenly intervention. Someone may pretend to forget deadlines, appointments, or commitments. God says, this is a strategy to force you into error. Keep your records, keep your memory sharp, and let your calm judgment guide every step. Your silence is louder than their manipulations. Each act of patience is another chain breaking in their plot. Type Amen to get blessing 7381. A person from your past may attempt to re-enter, not from care but from pressure placed by those who wish to see you falter. God says, your discernment will protect you. Let boundaries be clear. Do not answer calls or messages that stir confusion or doubt. Heaven is orchestrating the exposure of lies, and your vigilance ensures you are not caught in their traps. The energy surrounding your space may feel thick. God says, it is a spiritual battlefield. Objects once discarded, conversations overheard, movements unseen, all are being watched. But angels are intercepting every attempt to influence you, to manipulate your steps or confuse your mind. Your protection is active and unseen. Type Amen to get blessing 7912. Someone will attempt to question your stability, your choices, or your decisions. God says, these are tests, not truths. The aim is to provoke a reaction that can be used as evidence. Hold your peace, document discrepancies quietly. The smallest slip from them will reveal their plan fully. You are prepared spiritually and mentally, and your calm will dismantle their traps. The whispers around you are not random. God says, rooms, messages, and even social interactions have been used to plot against you. What they hope to hide in secrecy is now being illuminated. Every hidden step they take will be exposed at the right time. Your awareness acts as a lens revealing deceit, and heaven amplifies your clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 8276. Someone may approach with charm, seeking to disarm you emotionally. God says, their purpose is not care but control. Observe without engagement. Every slip they make in tone, timing, or words is a sign of their strategy unraveling. Heaven has positioned your instincts to notice subtle manipulations, ensuring no misstep can catch you off guard. Financial manipulations are also at play. God says, attempts to delay transfers, block payments, or disrupt business arrangements are all part of the enemy's plan. Yet one angel has been dispatched to secure what is yours. Trust in divine timing. Your blessings will arrive, and nothing meant for you can be stolen permanently. Type Amen to get blessing 8420. Unexpected messages may arrive with subtle threats or false concern. God says, these are tests of discernment. Respond minimally if needed, but trust your intuition over appearances. Every action designed to distract or provoke is being neutralized by the angels around you. Your calm presence in these moments is now a weapon. A hidden observer may attempt to collect proof of your reaction hoping to use it against you. God says, record silently, document carefully and let the exposure come from their own actions. Every manipulation aimed at creating doubt, confusion or panic will be revealed before it can influence your path. Type Amen to get blessing 8581. The energy on September 17th will be dense, but God says, this is not to terrify you, it is to signal the power of the moment. What was meant as your destruction is your ascension. Every misstep they anticipate will be theirs, not yours. The very forces they tried to use to harm you will instead illuminate your victory and the fall of those behind the plan. Someone may attempt to challenge your reputation publicly. God says, let words pass without reaction. Your silence and steady action will dismantle accusations faster than defense ever could. Every document, every text, every call meant to entrap you is now exposed to heavenly scrutiny. Their schemes are transparent to divine eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 8729. Even the environment around you, objects, electronics, sudden changes may have been targeted. God says, these are spiritual interferences that cannot succeed. Every act, physical or subtle, has been blocked or redirected by divine intervention. You will notice small signs of disruption reversing. These are confirmations that protection is active. The people attempting to manipulate through memory, sentiment or loyalty are also being unmasked. God says, their own actions will betray them. Watch quietly, let heaven guide the exposure and trust that the outcome is already aligned with your rise. Your patience will turn their plots into evidence of their deceit. Type Amen to get blessing 8924. Every attempt to provoke, distract or confuse is failing because your spiritual alignment is complete. God says, the awareness and discernment you now possess make every trap ineffective. Even those closest to you unknowingly or willingly complicit will reveal themselves before causing damage. Without manipulation or hidden agendas. God says, these returns are orchestrated by heaven. Every opportunity that appears delayed or lost has been kept safe until the right time. The enemy hoped to confuse you with absence and silence, but heaven's timing is perfect. What comes to you now carries validation, favor, and alignment with your true purpose. Your energy will be noticed in spaces you never expected. God says, even the smallest actions, a kind word, a brief presence, a silent smile will ripple in ways that disrupt hidden schemes. People who once envied you will witness your rise without understanding how it happened. Their shock is your confirmation. Type Amen to get blessing 11987. Those who try to manipulate relationships, words, or intentions will stumble. God says, their plans are visible to divine eyes. They attempted to leverage fear, guilt and obligation, but these tools now fail. Your discernment has been sharpened. Every misstep they make becomes evidence for your favor. Keep calm, observe, let heaven handle the rest. A person who once sought to deceive you may approach again. God says, their return is an act of exposure, not reconciliation. Observe carefully. Their words and actions will reveal the truth they hope to hide. Do not respond impulsively. Your stillness is more powerful than confrontation. Type Amen to get blessing 12034. The spiritual energy around you is now heightened. God says, sudden feelings of heaviness, waves of anxiety or intense dreams are signs that heaven is clearing space for what is coming. The unseen forces that sought to block your path are being neutralized. Your aura, your frequency, and even your intentions are being shielded by angels. Some will attempt to steal ideas, credit, or influence. God says, this is a sign of your breakthrough. The more they attempt to mimic or claim your work, the more visible your originality becomes. Heaven shines a spotlight on truth, exposing who is authentic and who is false. Your voice, your vision, and your creativity cannot be stolen. Type Amen to get blessing 12115. September 17th approaches as a pivot point. God says, what was designed as a trap will be your platform. Every hidden agenda, every false document, every whisper against you is failing because of divine timing. Your alignment ensures that the moment intended for fear becomes a moment of triumph. A key ally previously unseen may act at just the right moment. God says, their intervention will not announce itself, but it will shift the course of events. Watch quietly, record subtly, notice the unexpected moves that appear coincidental because they are not. Heaven orchestrates every step. Type Amen to get blessing 12202. Those who once ridiculed, envied, or doubted you will be humbled. God says, their actions are now evidence of their own failure. Every attempt to belittle or delay your progress backfires. People who intended to hinder you will instead become instruments showing the power of divine intervention. You may feel sudden clarity about past situations. God says, memories, conversations, and overlooked moments are now pieces of a puzzle forming a bigger picture. Every deception you once experienced will be illuminated. You will see the entire sequence of manipulation unfold in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 12344. Unexpected messages, calls, or visits may arrive, but God says, not all are threats. Some will be secret blessings. A word, a gesture, or even silence will act as confirmation that heaven is orchestrating events on your behalf. Your task is to remain observant and discerning, letting every moment reveal its true purpose. Those who tried to trap you in legal, financial, or social binds will see their own plans collapse. God says, their instruments of control, documents, emails, contracts are powerless against divine alignment. What was meant to restrict you will instead highlight their failures and expose their schemes to others. Type Amen to get blessing 12409. Your peace will now disrupt those who hope to manipulate you. God says, your calm, steady presence is louder than any accusation or action they can take. Even those who once feared your success will see your rise as unstoppable. Your confidence anchored in faith will serve as a shield against every attempt to destabilize you. The energy you have cultivated is now active in ways unseen. God says, sudden confirmations, repeated numbers, or synchronicities will appear to affirm your alignment. Trust them. Every instinct, every intuitive nudge is guided by divine timing. These signs ensure that nothing hidden can remain hidden for long. Type Amen to get blessing 12567. People who attempted to create emotional confusion, false guilt, or manipulation through relationships will falter. God says, their tactics will now reveal their true intentions. Observe quietly, document carefully, and do not respond to provocations. Your silence is now both armor and sword, ensuring that nothing they attempt can gain traction. September 17th will mark the day when hidden efforts and manipulations reach their peak only to collapse. God says, what was designed to intimidate will now illuminate your victory. Every false move made against you will serve as confirmation of your discernment and divine protection. A new opportunity will arrive shortly after, untainted and pure. God says, the blessing you receive will not carry strings or hidden traps. What was delayed, lost or stolen is being returned fully. Heaven ensures that timing, alignment and protection are perfect for your highest good. Type Amen to get blessing 12682. Even those who were closest to the plots, friends, allies or associates will be exposed in their true colors. God says, their actions will reveal what they sought to hide, and you will recognize who is genuine and who is false. Your discernment is now finely tuned and the truth is undeniable. Your legacy, your impact and your voice will now be undeniable. God says, what was once threatened by darkness is now protected by light. Every attempt to block, harm or delay you will serve to highlight the strength, endurance and favor you carry. September 17th is the day this becomes fully visible. Again. God says, the traps of deception, manipulation and hidden agendas can no longer touch you. Every step you take from this point is under divine protection. The enemy's timing, their calculations, their carefully laid plans are all collapsing because heaven's hand is moving faster than their anticipation. Your rise is visible to the unseen. God says, every whisper, every glance, every silent attempt to provoke or intimidate you will fail. Your presence alone is now a shield. The ones who plotted in shadows will now see the light surrounding you, a light they cannot dim. Type Amen to get blessing 20876. The air around you will feel lighter in the coming days. God says, sudden relief, unexpected calm or moments of clarity are signs that the spiritual interference has been removed. This is not coincidence. Your mind, body and soul are now aligned with heaven's instructions. Take note of these shifts. Some will attempt to test your patience. God says, their words may sound apologetic, their tone seemingly genuine, but it is only a test of your discernment. Do not be deceived by appearances. Your silence, your observation and your prayer are your strongest tools. Type Amen to get blessing 21442. The people who tried to isolate you, who tried to belittle your accomplishments, will now witness the very favor they attempted to block. God says, their reactions will be silent, but you will know the truth. You are no longer invisible. You are no longer waiting for recognition. Recognition comes naturally because it has already been written in divine scrolls. A financial breakthrough, spiritual elevation and social recognition are converging. God says, the alignment is exact. What was delayed, denied or hidden is now fully accessible. Doors that remained closed are opening with ease. Every resource you need will be delivered in perfect timing. Type Amen to get blessing 22007. Enemies who sought to manipulate contracts, letters, or agreements will find themselves ensnared in their own deception. God says, what was intended to confuse you will now expose them. Their lies, their attempts to rewrite history and their false narratives will fail spectacularly. The timing of your elevation is not accidental. God says, every missed call, every lost message, every delayed response was orchestrated to align you with the exact moment of blessing. What seemed like setbacks were divine positioning. Trust that every moment has a purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 22555. People from your past who sought to harm your reputation or question your character will now reveal themselves unintentionally. God says, their own words, actions, and confessions will confirm the truth of your innocence and your strength. You do not need to fight or explain. Heaven is already defending you. Spiritual energy surrounding your life is now heightened. God says, sudden dreams, visions or intuitive insights are confirmations of favor. Pay attention to symbols, repeated numbers, or sudden nudges in your environment. They are all divine signals guiding you through a pivotal transition. Type Amen to get blessing 23101. Opportunities once blocked by envy, jealousy, or hidden schemes are now accessible. God says, every handshake, message or contract will come without interference. You will see confirmations in ways that are undeniable, a word spoken by the right person, a sudden approval or a clear sign in your environment. The ones who try to intercept your progress through false reports, secret meetings, or manipulation will be exposed. God says, their own strategies will fail publicly or quietly, but their defeat is guaranteed. You will witness how carefully heaven protects your rise and dismantles opposition. Type Amen to get blessing 23655. Your spiritual authority is now undeniable. God says, your presence alone commands respect. Even those who attempted to suppress your voice will hesitate, unsure of how to confront the power that now surrounds you. They will sense something they cannot name, divine favor and protection. Financial, professional and relational blessings will begin manifesting in precise alignment with divine timing. God says, no one can intercept what heaven has prepared for you. What they tried to block will now flow freely, effortlessly, and in ways they never predicted. Type Amen to get blessing 24212. You may witness reconciliations that feel unexpected or even miraculous. God says, some encounters will test your discernment. Not everyone approaching you has pure intent, observe carefully. Allow heaven to guide your interactions. Let your silence and stillness reveal truth. The energy of the 17th of September continues to ripple. God says, its impact will be seen not only in your life but also in the lives of those around you. People who underestimated you will now adjust their perception. Doors once hidden are now open and the foundation for future victories is being laid. Type Amen to get blessing 24789. Spiritual chains that previously restricted your movement, thoughts or destiny have been broken. God says, sudden clarity, emotional release and renewed motivation are evidence of this freedom. You are no longer tethered by the schemes of others. You are free to step boldly into your calling. Unexpected allies will appear in places you did not anticipate. God says, some will offer guidance, others protection, and some will simply stand in silent support. Do not underestimate the subtle movements of heaven in arranging these people at just the right time. Type Amen to get blessing 25333. You are entering a season of elevation where every effort, prayer and sacrifice will manifest in abundant results. God says, your voice will be heard, your work acknowledged and your name respected in ways previously denied. What was meant to intimidate will now amplify your authority. All hidden schemes against you, financial, social, spiritual or relational, are now powerless. God says, their own plans are crumbling. What they intended for harm is now the vehicle of your vindication. Every obstacle is being transformed into proof of favor. Type Amen to get blessing 25901. Every time you feel doubt or fatigue, God says, remember that you are supported by forces unseen. Angels, divine guides and spiritual messengers are orchestrating events in your favor. Nothing you see as a delay is random. Every pause, every waiting period is carefully timed to maximize your blessing. Your influence will now ripple further than before. God says, people who once ignored you will now take note. Your authority, wisdom and resilience are now undeniable. The unseen realm is actively ensuring that every move aligns with your ultimate purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 26455. September 17th has become more than a day of survival, it is a day of transformation. God says, what once carried threat now carries testimony. Every hidden effort to undermine you will now serve as evidence of your perseverance, wisdom and divine favor. Your next steps must be deliberate. God says, walk carefully, speak thoughtfully and act with awareness. The environment you enter, the interactions you engage in and the decisions you make are now under divine observation and protection. Type Amen to get blessing 27022. They will try to find another way to challenge you, but every path they think is hidden is now illuminated. Your awareness is heightened and your decisions are precise. Every move they anticipated has already been countered by unseen forces working through your life. You are no longer reactive to their schemes. You are proactive in alignment with heaven. Nothing will slip by undetected. Type Amen to get blessing 123456. Your presence alone is now a barrier. The people who once plotted in silence are unable to approach you without exposure. Your energy is fortified. Your reputation, once fragile under deceit, is now shielded by divine authority. Doors they tried to close will now swing open with ease. Invitations you didn't expect will arrive precisely when needed. Every blessing intended for you will come untouched and pure. Type Amen to get blessing 130789. The whispers, the gossip and manipulations are dissolving. You are being untangled from every thread that was once pulled to trip you. Even the smallest acts of deception against you are now visible to the heavens. Small coincidences or sudden realizations will confirm this divine correction. Type Amen to get blessing 138001. Your clarity is increasing. You will recognize false intentions before words are spoken. Your inner compass is now perfectly tuned to divine direction. Those who attempted to mislead you will find themselves stalled, confused and powerless. Your mind, heart and spirit are unified in understanding what is truly yours to claim. Type Amen to get blessing 145222. A new cycle is beginning. People will approach you with honesty, but even those with hidden motives cannot penetrate your awareness. Every conversation and connection is recalibrated for your benefit. The timing of events aligns with heaven's schedule, not man's manipulation. You are stepping into a rhythm that ensures victory, prosperity, and protection simultaneously. Type Amen to get blessing 152345. Do not fear the sudden elevation. Your energy is being upgraded. Every situation that once caused anxiety is neutralized. Your steps will be guided, your path guarded. Those who wish to capitalize on your ignorance will see the futility of their actions. Type Amen to get blessing 160567. Miracles will appear in ways you did not predict. A call, a message, or a sudden gift will confirm your progress. These markers are confirmations that heaven is securing your future. Respond in faith, observe without fear. The patterns will guide you toward your next level. Type Amen to get blessing 167890. A person from your past may attempt to approach, testing your new awareness. Do not respond in anger, but do not allow re-entry. Their energy is nullified for your protection. What they intended for harm will now serve as testimony to your discernment. Your silence and calm are now more powerful than any confrontation. Type Amen to get blessing 182334. Unexpected support will arrive. It may be mentorship, alliances, financial openings, or spiritual guidance. Someone will step into your life carrying exactly what you need. Their presence is divinely timed and aligned with your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 190556. The energy of obstacles is breaking. Challenges that once loomed like walls are now dissolving. Every former restriction is now a lesson that informs your ascension. Your perspective shifts from seeing obstacles as blocks to stepping stones. Type Amen to get blessing 197778. Archangel Michael says, your faith, endurance, silence and discernment have become your armor. The enemy's hands are empty. Their whispers fall on deaf ears. Their plans collapse before execution. What was meant for destruction has become your vindication. Type Amen to get blessing 205990. A sequence of events will reveal truth in layers. Conversations, messages and actions that seemed unrelated will suddenly make sense. No action is too small, no word meaningless. Observe carefully and act with calm confidence. Type Amen to get blessing 213213. Spiritual protection surrounds your life. Every step you take, every interaction is shielded. Every attempt against you is intercepted. Your energy is untouchable. Your name is consecrated. Your destiny is secure. Type Amen to get blessing 220435. You will notice synchronicities confirming your alignment. Repeated numbers, dreams and unexpected confirmations are signals that heaven is steering you. Follow them, trust them. They are your compass of divine intervention. Type Amen to get blessing 227657. Even those who once sought to dominate, deceive or suppress your path will now reveal their true colors. Their influence fades. Their voices are neutralized. Your space is one of complete authority spiritually and practically. Type Amen to get blessing 234879. The coming days will bring clarity regarding past betrayals. Hidden truths will surface, strengthening your confidence. Justice is not delayed, it is now and it is precise. Observe without interference. Let heaven handle all correction. Type Amen to get blessing 242101. Your vision for the future is unhindered. Doors, opportunities and relationships that were once blocked are opening. People who were obstacles will become markers guiding your steps. The alignment is perfect. Your rise is assured. Type Amen to get blessing 249323. Every message, sign and dream now confirms your recalibrated journey. Fear, deception and delay are removed. You are stepping into clarity, power and recognition. Those who doubted you will witness heaven's fulfillment in your life. Type Amen to get blessing 256545. Even attempts to manipulate or mislead you will fail. Your discernment is sharp. Your spirit armored. Every sway will be automatically rejected because your alignment cannot be compromised. Type Amen to get blessing 263767. You are in a realm where blessings manifest faster than interference. Financial breakthroughs, spiritual confirmations, and protection are active. What was hidden is unveiled. The hands of heaven actively move in your favor. You are no longer reacting, you are leading. Type Amen to get blessing 270989. The final confirmation will come as events you thought impossible reveal themselves. Recognition, honor and reward arrive in exact measure. Every plan of deceit is repurposed for your triumph. Observe without panic, trust without doubt. Your victory is unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 278211. Your clarity is now absolute. You will no longer be deceived by appearances or misled by false intentions. Every action taken against you is now transparent to your spirit. People who once whispered about your name will now stumble over their own words. Their secrets are exposed before you even enter a room. This is the reward for your patience, obedience and faith. Every step you take is guided, every breath protected. Type Amen to get blessing 232323. Doors that were once barred are swinging open. Opportunities you thought lost return in amplified forms. A contract, a partnership or recognition may appear unexpectedly. People who ignored your potential will now seek your input. This is your season to operate at a level previously inaccessible. Type Amen to get blessing 242424. The weight of past betrayal is lifting. Spaces once entered with caution now respond to your presence with respect. People who attempted to manipulate or intimidate you are powerless. Your calm is an instrument of protection, your silence a statement of power. Type Amen to get blessing 252525. Synchronistic confirmations of your path will multiply. Numbers, signs and seemingly random interactions carry deep meaning. Each is a signal that heaven is actively steering your steps. Record them. They are keys unlocking the next phase of your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 262626. Those who sought to harm you are powerless. Their strategies fail, alliances fracture. Even if they attempt movement against you, it returns empty. You are now walking in sovereign authority where only divine will manifests. Type Amen to get blessing 272727. A significant encounter approaches. Someone will appear to validate your worth without explanation. Their recognition is not coincidence but divine confirmation. Trust and respond in faith. This meeting will pivot your next chapter. Type Amen to get blessing 282828. Your financial, spiritual and emotional resources are replenished abundantly. Losses caused by deception or delay return multiplied. Overflowing provision manifests. You are being positioned to move with authority and grace. This is divine orchestration. Type Amen to get blessing 292929. Enemies once plotting in secrecy will witness your ascendancy from afar. Their attempts to undermine you are impotent. Every move you make is backed by unseen forces ensuring victory. Type Amen to get blessing 303030. The events of September 17th now serve as your defining moment, a testimony of resilience and divine intervention. Plans that aim to destroy you now serve as evidence of triumph. Every eye that witnessed your struggle will see the proof of heaven's favor. Type Amen to get blessing 313131. Your influence grows exponentially. People seek your guidance. Words carry weight, decisions command respect. Past limitations are removed. You operate unhindered with authority and divine support. Type Amen to get blessing 323232. Synchronicities confirm your alignment. Steps are accompanied by unmistakable signs. Truth is recognized instantly, falsehood detected immediately and actions executed with divine precision. The universe clears the path for your ascension. Type Amen to get blessing 333333. The spiritual realm acts as an active partner. Guidance arrives as intuition, timely messages and allies appearing unexpectedly. Their actions support the outcome heaven intends for you. Type Amen to get blessing 343434. Even the energy of those who wished you harm fuels your progress. Their failures highlight your triumph, collapse serves as a backdrop for your elevation. Attempts to hold you back now serve as markers guiding your next steps. Type Amen to get blessing 353535. Your legacy is visible spiritually and physically. The story that once seemed hidden is now celebrated. People recount your perseverance, faith and supernatural guidance. Your rise is undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 363636. Others' perception shifts. Those who doubted, mocked or conspired now treat your name with respect. Even without speaking, your presence commands recognition. Authority over you is now evident. Type Amen to get blessing 373737. Opportunities appear in forms unanticipated. Some subtle, some grand, all aligned with heaven's purpose. You are positioned to succeed, influence, lead and inspire. Type Amen to get blessing 383838. Opposition is powerless. Plans, alliances, strategies dismantled. You operate in protection, clarity and unstoppable energy. Nothing hinders the divine path set before you. Type Amen to get blessing 393939. Faith, resilience and discipline elevate you. Trials become foundations for authority and influence. What was meant to harm now serves as your ascension vehicle. The timeline of your life is rewritten in full favor. Type Amen to get blessing 404040.